Uh, Thank you again for attending these classes, and we hope that today again we are going to have a very good class. Yesterday's class was really nice, which I thought, you know, because I felt really good in the night after giving the classes. So these days are really amazing because it's not only that you get benefited out of this. I also I also am benefited tremendously because Bhagavad Gita is something which has to be, which has to be talked about, which has to be contemplated. And once you talk about it more and more, like now I have got this chance of speaking about this subject, like two three times a day, like the classes that we have in Hindi and in English. So these are like I'm having almost like Hindi and English classes every day during the week. So this is enabling me to go deeper into this subject. And when I speak, then with the grace of God, with the grace of my master Bhagwan, these things also becomes very clear. Some things which I thought that I knew, something which I thought that maybe I have understood, but as we speak, so I realize that the understanding reaches to a new level. So this is all about spirituality. You cannot make a like a distinction that this is where the knowledge ends. It's an infinite knowledge. So when you are in this path, so there is no way that you can say that you have already accomplished everything. You have accomplished the supreme knowledge. It's not like that. It's a journey. It's a journey, because this is an infinite. This is the goal is infinite, so the path also is infinite. So you move and move and move, you discover more and more, deeper layers. And in those deeper layers, you have new understanding, deeper understanding of the subject. And it makes your life really blissful. You do a lot of work in the daytime. You do a lot of work. You are with people. You are within people. But in the back of your mind, there is always this feelings of happiness. There's only always this feelings of satisfaction, that this subject is revealing itself to you. So this is a real, yeah, it's amazing. It's true, it's amazing. What Krishna had said, Ascharjavat Pashyati Kashidenam, Ascharjavat Vadati Tathaiva Channam. He said that the person who sees him, who realizes him, he sees him as amazement. It's true. When you go deeper, then you realize that this is something which cannot be explained. The bliss that you feel, the happiness or the joy that you feel, it is impossible to express. You cannot express it. You can say that I'm happy. You can say that, yeah, I'm feeling really blissful, I'm feeling really good. But what is that good? You don't know. You it's inexpressible. And that is why, as you go, as you start your journey, and as you go, as you approach the spiritual world, you become more and more quiet. You become more and more quiet, you become more and more calm. And at one time, this calmness, this quietness, this stillness, this silence is the only eloquence. It's the only expression that you have. When you are silent, and you are always feeling it within. And that is the only expression that you can give. So when we are approaching this path, you also have to remember this. When we are approaching this path, you have to see whether you are becoming calm from within or not. These words, if they really work within you, if they really penetrate your mind into your heart, if they can manage space within your heart, so these words will create such an effect where all these impurities within your mind will be just cleansed. They will be just driven away. They will be washed away. by this, this flow of knowledge that will enter into your heart, into your mind. And once the mind is completely, cleansed, when it's full, it's pure, it's become pure, that is the self. Your mind itself is the self. Though you say that you are not the mind, though you say that you are not the intellect or the ego, if the mind is clean, if the mind is completely, pure mind, pure intellect, and pure knowledge is the same. Pure mind means the mind which does not have any object. When you see your mind, you will see that mind is it's a amalgamation of object and the subject. The object is different, it's changing. The object is matter, but the subject is the consciousness which brings the object into your awareness, into your notice. That subject is always the same. So mind means it is a mixture. It is a mixture of object and subject. Now when you start a spiritual life, what happens is your mind starts to get separated from the objects. And as the mind starts to get separated from the objects, the mind starts to retain its conscious properties. And if it is attached with the object, then the mind inherits the material property. Why is mind called the matter? Mind is the matter because it only contains matter. If you see a mind of a normal human being, if you see the mind of a normal human being, what do you find in that mind? There's only objects, full of objects, full of different things, different things. All means all matter, money, power, job, everything, house, car, all these are matter. So the mind is full of matter, and because the mind is full of matter, that is why mind is considered to be a matter. Because when the mind is, when the subject gets attached with the object, that is the matter, the subject also behaves as if it is a matter.